Everybody, Bill Thornton here, SoCalsabre, and today I'm going to do a quick video, as I promised, to do my new sports games and show you a little bit about how the game plays. This one is Fall Classic Baseball. I did the last one was on a different one, and this is the first video on this one here. I'm just going to show you a little bit of a demo and what comes with it, Dad, so you can get an idea. There are some other videos out there on the YouTube that you can find. But let's take a look and see what I got here. Okay, Fall Classic Baseball. Okay, the first thing that comes in the box is the rule book. And that's 6 pages. It's got the pitcher cards, the batter's cards defined on them, pictures so that you can see the difference in them and what all of the different things mean. I'll show you those in a minute. But it also comes with a lot of charts. And I'm going to tell you, it could scare people away, but if you get the facts, they're really going to eliminate it. I'm going to show you some of these charts that come with it. These are the hit and outs charts. So you can see this is an outs chart with the bases empty. Okay, now we're going to flip it over. Then we're going to have an out chart with runners on first. Then we're going to have a hit chart with runners on first. It tells you all of the different, where the numbers down the left side, 1 through 20, correlate to the D20 dice. It'll tell you, okay, like a 16, it's a out, it's a hit the right field. Let's see, 16, what am I looking at? Hit the right, advances to third if the right fielder's arm is weak. With 2 outs, everybody advances versus an average arm also. So there's a lot of definition that goes into these things here. A lot of lookups on there if you're playing just with these charts here. But they do give you some other charts that they call their Fall Classic Quick Out charts, where they kind of got everything combined on here. The D20 down the left, and then it's got the type of out. If it's a 4, it's a ground ball to the second baseman, and what happens with the different first, second, third with the runners on base. So you have to try to learn the abbreviations to use these. Then it even gets a little bit simpler. They call it the Fall Classic Over Easy Runner Advance Chart. So that's the runner advance chart. Easy runner advance charts. So you get to pick what you would rather use, okay? Then, top that off, you got to call it the defensive chart. And this one here is if you roll a 52 or 50, I'll show you in a minute, 51, 52, or 53, that you're going to be looking for an error chance against one of the fielders. On 52 is an error chance against the fielders. Down here, like if the 62 and the shortstop commits an error, every batter's safe at first, all runners advance at base. It tells you what down here, what it's all about. And this is the range chart for the fielders. Each fielder is rated range-wise. And so, if he doesn't commit the error, it's just an out. If he's within his range, he makes the play. If it's not, there's the base hit that you got to go through. There's what shows you what's going on runners in first and second and third, and so forth. Okay, that seemed a lot. Don't get scared away yet. I use them a lot while I'm first learning things. I use charts as much as I can. We roll in 3 dice here, 2 D6s and a D20. They're red and white. Will be just called the 10s and the 1s dice. Okay, each batter has a card, including the pitchers, most of the pitchers. There's some generic pitcher batting cards. Most of the pitchers also have a batting card. For example, I'll show you. This is the Dodgers. Roger Craig's down here pitching for them today, and he's got a batting card. Now on these batting cards, they're numbered 1 or 60. This is just like APA, but with the doubles. 66, 55, 44, 33, 22, and 11, the double numbers. And if the D20, like you throw 66 for Gilliam, if a D20's a 10, he's going to get a double. If it's above 14, he's going to get a triple. Okay, and that's what those conversions, all the different ones are. Get down here, 1 through 66. Okay, if it's a blank, you're going to go over to the pitcher's card. If it's an out, okay, then you got to use one of those charts that I just showed you. Maybe. Okay, hang on. There's that defensive things I told you, 51, 52, and 53 for that defensive chart. Then there's a 54 chart. That's kind of like rare plays and stuff, wild pitches and stuff like that. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to get around that one also. Okay, so you got those outs, you got hits, you got single. You look at the chart, no runners on, he goes to first. If there's runners on, he goes from first to third, so forth and everything. But on the bottom of the card, each fielder, like Gilliam's rated for playing right field, left field, and second base. The first number is his range number, then his arm, and his error ratings. These were his stats during the season. Then you got some other stat ratings across here for stolen bases and sacrifice bunts and so forth that you use during the game. Well, anyway, for example, let's just roll a little die right here and see what we got. I'll get them rolling off the table here probably. So we got 46. It would be a 46. All right, I might as well go there right away. 46 down here. Okay, this takes you to the ballpark card. Each team has a ballpark card. Okay, so this says no park home run, which means Gilliam's not going to be able to hit a home run off of this card. This is the Pittsburgh Pirates card for their stadium. So Gilliam's a switch hitter facing Hall, who throws right. So Gilliam would be batting left. So we're going to look at the D20, and it's a 16. We're going to go down to left 16, and then we'll see foul out. 16 is a foul out for lefties. Okay, so you just record it as a foul out to left. But you can hit, there can be home runs and so forth, depending on the dimensions of the park. Okay, so we got that one out of the way. Got to show that a little bit. Okay, we got a 23 here. 23 is out. Okay, then you're gonna go to the chart and find out what out it is. Let's just say it's a 33, okay, or 34, 32. Let's make up our mind. Make up your mind. 31. It's blank. Now we're gonna go over to the pitcher's card. As you can see, down his card, there's 3 columns. They're all numbered the same. Why is that? Okay. Before when the pitcher comes when the pitcher's coming into the game, you roll the D20. If it's 1 through 6, he's going to be an A pitcher for that day. Down his column. If he's a 7 through 14, he's going to be a B pitcher. And if he's a 15 to 20, it's going to be a C pitcher. Well, as you can imagine, it gets a little bit easier for them to get hits and so forth the further down the line that you go. Let's say we got 31, say he was you had to pick 31, I don't know why. But it don't matter here, because on any level, he's a single. Okay? Let me pick some different numbers. Let's go to... So let's go back over here. So we're going to go to the 42. You go over to his card. If he's an A, 42's an out. Go look it up and see what kind of an out it is. Now, as you can see, 42 is a walk if he's a B or a C pitcher. So it does mean there's quite a bit of difference in these things. I have played a couple of games where C pitchers have done all right. You know, I just played a game between the 56 Yankees and the 56 Boston Red Sox. In Boston started off and their pitcher was a C. He lasted 6 innings, and the final score was the Yankees 4-2. So it wasn't that bad. Okay. So that's how that works on those. If it's off the card, you read it off the card. If it's blank, you go to the pitcher's card. Okay, if it's here's these 52, 51, 50, or 51, 2, and 3. I'll show how to get around that chart in a minute. Okay, and then you go to 65. It's a home run off the pitcher's card. But because he's got a -6 here, we would go over to the pitcher's card and look at this number here, 65 in the pitcher's card, 1 through 10. Okay, we're going to say the D20 for this roll was an 8. Okay, so it would fit into that. However, because of this minus, and they don't all have minuses next to them, because of this -6, this would be reduced to 4. So it would not fit into there, it would be an out. If it fit into there, it would be a home run. You know, so that's what that means. Cards are pretty explanatory. Now the big thing that I find the saving grace that I've been playing on is I bought the facts. You know, I looked at some stuff online and I watched some people play. I bought these fast action cards. There's a whole pile of them. I only got a few here for demonstration. And these really add up than having to pull those charts out. For an example, we just did this, we did a 21, which is an out. Okay, you don't even have to go over to his card. So you go to 21. I just put this down. I picked the next faction card. Round out. Refer to the white die from the original die. Say if it was a 1, it's the pitcher, runners advance. So it's a ground out to the pitcher, 1-3. Pretty simple. Okay, instead of going to those charts. No, the next one, say the next batter made out also. You can go, it's going to give you a fly out. And then it's going to tell you if there's runners on, whether they're holding or being able to advance. These guys, first, second, are going to hold. Third, the home, all can advance. If the guy's got an S, a strong arm in center field, they got to hold. So it's right down here instead of digging through all of the paperwork and everything. Now the next thing we'll say is, okay, we'll say that the guy got a single, a hit. Okay, you have to go look at that chart again back there. But with these facts, go to the next fact. And it'll say a base hit. It'll tell you to where, to left field. So you know what kind of arm you need to do. Then if you got runners on, it'll take, okay, runner on first, advance goes to third if it's a weak arm out there in, where were we going? I forget, center or left. If it's a weak arm in left, he goes to third. With 2 outs, he'll go advance even with an average arm. Okay, see, this one here sometimes gets me a little confused because this guy can't go to third. See, this guy's going from second to home and he scores. Okay, if he's fast, the guy at first is fast, he goes first to third. But if he couldn't go to first to third up here, fast, yeah, he could have gone first to third if he's fast, because these ones are only for the weeks. Okay, and then first to home scores on this. Really, it's simple stuff. Then I showed you this big chart here, the defensive chart before, with the different columns. Okay, so now we're going to go and we roll a 51. Pick up the next fact. We go to 51, and this one says shortstop error. Okay, so you look up the shortstop error. We're gonna say that this was a 9. Look at the shortstop's error, and say his error rate is a 10, and the D20 is an 8. That means he has committed an error. Okay, you still have to memorize a little bit about what the error means, but there's not very many of them. This this one here would be safe. At first, all batters advance a base. Okay, there are some things in the game where runners, if it says with risk, you don't have to run, but there's other ones where the guys will have to run on the bases, advance, and then you'll have to go to the charts and look at those type of things. But overall, and then that other one, I called the wild chart, the 54 chart, I showed you right here. This is like the play, the strange things that happened in the game. It'll say, okay, go to wilder. So you flip the next one over, and on the back, okay, wild, the base is empty. Fly ball to right field, roll. The error rating for an error. Check the error rating on the right fielder. If an error, go to the exotic error chart. There's another chart. Otherwise, a fly out. Okay, so those things. The exotic error chart gets pretty crazy too. So that's a lot of those things stops you from having to look up that. The facts to me with this game here are to me personally, are a must. I really like it. I bought 1956 because this was Mickey Mantle's triple crown year. So I started a replay, the 56 replay of the Yankees, but I said, oh, I want some variation. I don't want all the cards to go to waste. So I'm also playing a replay of the 56 Dodgers. It's real good stuff here. Go to ASG Games, find them. And I've had this on my dream list for a long time, but I finally bought it. It came in a couple weeks ago. Oh, and another thing, when I was telling you about how these fielders are rated during the game, it's going to come up quite often where you got to look for their error rating or their range rating. I personally put them on my score sheets to save time going through all the cards, but also what you get are these charts. This just happens to be the Yankees. Okay, and if you wanted to have them posted, laying up where you could see them and everything, it has every player in there. We'll take center field right here. Mickey Mantle gives you his range, his arm, and his error rating. Bob Cerv when he plays, Joe Collins when he plays. The guys who played center, right field, all of there. So all of the ratings are right on here. So you don't have to dig through the cards either. You don't have to write it on the score sheets if you don't want. If I was to use this, I'd use one of my little plastic stand-ups and have it standing up where I can just quickly look at it. And it does the same thing for the pitcher ratings down here. You get one for each team. Every team from the 1956. So these are pretty cool too. So I like it. I'm glad it's into my collection now, and it's in my rotation. So I hope you enjoyed this little look at Fall Classic Baseball. Help you to give a little idea about different things. There are some other videos out there, playthroughs and demos and so forth, if you really want to get into more. But I just wanted to give you a quick look to let you know what comes with it and how it's going. So until you see me again, guys, take care of yourselves out there, be kind to each other, and please stay safe.